Alright, so I'm in Utah right now on a little mountain bike trip, and I figured I might as well take this time to make a little spec commercial about my mountain bike because I've been wanting to get into that film space, the mountain bike world, but just haven't had a good entry point yet. So I figured might as well take this time and make a little fun commercial that's creative and different from other things that you see. And I figured since I'm already doing this, I might as well make a little behind the scenes video, bring you guys along for the ride and show you how I filmed this completely by myself in a rugged environment, and we'll see how this goes. Might be terrible, but might also be super fun. So yeah, let's go. Wow, that is not a bad backdrop to be working with here. Okay, so basically my main idea with this video is to use this clamp that I just bought and lock it off to the bike. Is it rated for the weight of my camera? Absolutely not. But I did some test shots the other night and they actually turned out looking really, really cool. I'm quite pleased with them. So I think I can use this clamp in really tight, close scenarios at slow speeds to get some unique looking shots. So let's jump into it. So while the light is still a little high in the sky, I want to get all those detail shots. So right now I'm just starting with the handlebars and all sorts of close little fun details. And yeah, we will see if this works. All right, so next up, I want to get a shot of the gear shifting here. You know, it's definitely got that bumpy handheld vibe, but I think that just adds to the overall effect. So I'm not mad about it. And it actually looks pretty dang good. Yesterday, I did a test of this lock-off shot with the logo, and it just looks so cool with the bike moving underneath it. And yeah, I was really pumped on it, so I'm trying to replicate it today. So I'm shooting all of this on my favorite lens ever, which is the Canon FD 35mm f2, but it is a little bit limiting because it's a prime lens and it has a obviously not super great minimum focus distance. So trying to work with that is a bit of a challenge, but it's also fun creatively. And now the last shot I want to get here is just a pull on this back brake, just up close. All right, so I think I'm set with that locked off stuff. Now I'm gonna take this tripod and try and do some static frames. I'm not the best biker in the world, so I'm gonna try and do some tight detail shots. So we'll see how it goes. Oh no, I totally just roosted the heck out of my camera. That is not good. All right, so the light is going kind of fast and I want to be sure to get some drone stuff out here because the view is obviously incredible. So I'm gonna whip up the drone and see if it can follow me and track me without an operator, hoping for the best. But if it works, it's probably gonna look sick. Well, it turns out shooting stuff with a drone by yourself is actually really, really hard. Who would have known? But I think the light is pretty much gone today, so I'm gonna call it a wrap and pick this up one of the other days. So I just got back out on the trails to film a little bit more, but unfortunately it just got overcast, so the lighting is not super great. But I'm still trying to set up a shot right here to showcase the suspension in slow motion through here. So hopefully the sun is coming back. Actually, it is right now, so we're gonna go film. It is shockingly hard to make biking look good on camera. I'm not a bad biker, I'm not a great biker, but it just doesn't look great usually. So I'm trying my best out here, especially when filming by yourself. It's like, whew, so hard. I just messed up the framing 3 times on a shot that didn't even end up looking good. That's the hard part about filming by yourself. Oh my God. 50% of mountain biking is climbing, so I'm trying to get a cool shot here, looking up this little technical climb here with this in the backdrop. So, see how it looks. All right, it is drone time. Well, I've kind of given up trying to film myself with the drone. It's just way too hard by myself, but it's cool to get some scenic shots, and I think I'm gonna intersperse those in the edit and give it some environmental feel just to lay the ground on where you are. All right, well, that was another hectic but successful filming mission, I think. I got a couple shots, I hope, but it's a commercial I'm making, so I don't really need that much footage, but I think I got a couple bangers, and I still have tomorrow to finish off any loose ends that I might still need. So yeah, still having fun doing it, so that's all that matters. All right, well, it's my final morning in the desert, and I'm just trying to get a couple shots to round off this little commercial I'm making. It's like 8 a.m. and the light is already super high and super bright, but just trying to see what I can get, and the landscape looks awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna call that a wrap. I just dug it in pretty hard, ripped the shirt a few spots, so probably a good sign to stop. Did a little Superman over the handlebars and ended up okay, so actually that's pretty impressive. That's all that matters. All right, well, there's the damage. I think I got enough footage, fingers crossed. Now I'm gonna get into editing and see what I can make out of this. Hopefully something kind of cool. So here's a look at the edit I came up with. I basically wanted to alternate between shots of the bike locked off and then some landscape stuff to establish where we are. So just quick cuts between those two. And I'm using the song to kind of cut that up, which I found on Artlist. And I'm also using a lot of sound design to basically incorporate that and make it feel realistic. So starting off just with the bike to the landscape, bike, landscape, simple like that. Just using quick cuts to kind of establish what we want here. And since we're here, I'm just going to talk about the color grade. Basically, I went for this kind of retro vibe. It's my normal grade, but I just added some more grain and other film elements. As always, I use Dehancer for this. So we have 35mm grain, 35mm halation, and some film damage and gate weave actually. So just to create that filmic look. And as you can see in some of these shots, there's this like prism look, and this is with a prism blur effect that I added on some places just to give it a little bit more visual interest. So that's kind of the color look I got going on here. It's similar for all the shots, and yeah, I dig it. In a lot of these shots, because I filmed them myself and couldn't control the camera, I added in some effects. So like as you can see in these, it zooms in slowly to add a little bit more of a dramatic flair. And in this one, for example, I transformed it so it kind of rotates with the shot. Just lots of little things, little details here and there to build up to it. So yeah, I'm basically just trying to alternate between shots to make it look as exciting as possible, even though, like I said, I'm not the best writer in the world. So trying to just make it quick cut, fun, exciting, and show a lot of landscape so you don't actually see too many details of the bike itself. And then something at the end here that I did is I did these quick little cuts. So I kind of centered on all these different objects and I quick cut between them all, ending on the logo. And then I cut from the logo to the end final shot with the full logo. So I think that ends kind of nicely. It's quick cut, fun, exciting. And yeah, so without further ado, let me show you the commercial I made. And while we're here, because there is such a big emphasis on sound design in this piece, I want to play back this same commercial with just the sound design, no music. Well, there you have it. That's the little mountain bike edit I made by myself, and it was a ton of fun to make. It was a little bit difficult, actually a lot difficult to film and do everything by yourself and mountain bike at the same time, but I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. I think it's pretty good, all things considered. So yeah, just a good combination of footage, sound design, music, all those things. And it's always fun to test yourself a little bit and do little passion projects like this on the side. And I think it's great practice. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time.